my dear friends. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. We have much discussion, friends. I have handpicked about 10 chains that are all just crazy in their own way. And we're going to talk about this right now. Let's get started. Okay, let's start right at the fastest cutting chain you'll ever get. Square ground chain. See that, friends? Can you see the profile of that chain? Look at this. Okay. Square. You can see the corner, right? Right in there. Here's what it looks like from the backside. There. That's a square ground chain. It only grinds the top part of the tooth. The gullet is the dark part, and it stays in. That's up to you whether you want to file it out as you go back. So what a ground chain looks like as it goes back is this. Once completely, look at it, there it is. The whole thing's in, the gullet is in the chain. Look at it, look at that. Okay, so this is done by hand or by machine. I do both. I'm learning to hand file. I've been mainly a machine grinder. This is fast. It's fast. You can see the corner there. Corner is very important. That is square ground, okay? This is also full chisel chain. And what that means, full chisel, which means it's a square, right? It comes up. It's square, right? Opposed to a semi-chisel or a round chain. So when you hear round grind, round chain, or semi-chisel, what they're speaking about is the actual tooth, what it's made of. See this? See how the raker, see what happens? See how the raker lays out in this chain? It doesn't even, the gullet doesn't even take part in the cut. Look at. You see what I'm saying by that? So it goes through the wood. Take a look at that, how interesting that is, friends. This video is going to help you. Okay? So that's why a chisel cut, and you don't really need to take the gullet out of a square ground chain. I don't take it out. I just did a video on that. That was my last video. So here's a guy. See the gullet left in there? I'm going to get a little increment. May as well use the 8th file. See this? See that leftover material right there, friends? And see what's happening? You hear me talk about the ski jump once in a while? I'm bringing this in close because I want you guys to understand. Okay, so this guy, in my opinion, is using the wrong size file. He's got all this gullet left in it. Now, if he used a smaller file, like maybe a 7/32, maybe, friends, this is an 1/8. That's an 1/8. Teeny little file. This would almost work for this. This is the teeniest file on the chart. Although it's 3/8 chain. You see? So this feller, he's left all this gullet in on one side of his chain. Wait till you see what happens. Now he's going down a bit of a, this will still cut. This will still cut. He's still got a semi, like kind of, he's starting to get ski jump action though. He's starting to lose it. Couple more filings and he's going to be not doing much. He hasn't even hit his rakers. This chain will cut terrible. Let's flip this chain over and look at the other side and see what he's doing. Oh my goodness. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, he's actually got a hook and the gullet is way lower. This material. So do you know what's going to happen with this chain? It's going to cut better on the right side of the chain and it's going to pull to the right. Look at, he's actually got a hook. Look at, friends. There's that 8th file again. Look at how deep that is in. This is a chain. This showed up at my place. Let's flip it over again. Let's flip it over and let's take a look at the other side. Oh, there it is there. Well, let's switch hands. Sorry, friends. Look at. You see what I'm getting at, don't you? This chain is not going to cut worth anything. He's starting to get ski jump action here now. This is starting to turn into a bad situation for this man. For starters, I can guarantee he's cutting on an angle. Because this chain will cut, yes, but when you flip it over, that chain will cut much better because it's actually got a hook and it's grabbing a chip. This makes sense, doesn't it, friends? Look at the difference. Look at this. Okay? Once again, let's flip it over real quick. It's crazy. Next chain, 404. Look what's happening. What do you think happened here? I don't even know what this is. That is the ski jump that I talk about right there. That's the ski jump. Okay? This is terrible. See? It's not going to cut anything. Look at the wood's going to bat against that. He's already rocked it terribly, so we know what's happened to the chain. It's been rocked. But regardless, there's no hook. None whatsoever. He's knocked the corner right off the top of it. So now when he files this, he's got to get his 7/32 file out, which is here, and get in here and get down, 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 down. Right? This is going to be a potential ski jump. Not good. Okay, next chain. What do we got here? Okay, so here's a chain that actually is good. This chain is good. Look, I know whose chain this is. Looks very familiar to me. See this chain? See the sea? It's beautiful. Nice and mild. Rakers are down. He's right down near the end of his chain. See? But yet still, he's got hook. And the gullet is taken right back the whole way, friends. From here to there. He's pulled it all out. See that? Isn't that lovely? That's a good chain. There's nothing wrong with that. And the reason we know this, do you think that the chain companies, do you think they would sell you something that you can't cut with right away? Do you think they would do that to you? This is EXL chain. It's gorgeous. I love Oregon chain. See the hook? That's about the perfect hook right there. This chain cuts like mad. Mad. It's Oregon. I love Oregon chain. That's a brand new chain. Okay? See? See what's going on? See the angle? Okay? You can see what they've done. This is brand new, never been touched. Okay? There it is. Now, if we take that chain that we just had in our hands and we flip it over so that we can compare something here, let's do this. Yes, exactly. Right? You guys see where I'm going? Okay, that's a good chain. Now, let's look at something that someone has gone a little too far in my opinion. And what's going to happen is bad things are going to happen to them. It's not going to work. It'll work, but it'll get dull real fast, and it already looks like it's bent over. Yes, it is. This is too much gullet. Let's use our chain. See the difference? Look at the hook he's got. And if you look closely, he's already bent over. See? It's too much. Too much hook. Wow. That's just too much. Okay? Too much hook. Now, let's look at something else. Who sees the difference? Chisel, full chisel, semi or round ground.
So friends, this is more for milling. This would be a milling cut. It will still cut. It's good for ripping. You know what I mean? Not cross cut. This will still cut. And it would be probably fairly smooth in a milling application. So friends, important to know that I'm talking about bucking firewood, cross-cut cutting, like just bucking logs. This is not that efficient of a chain for that purpose. We're mainly talking about what 90% of the population is bucking wood.
There's no space. It's gone. See? That's bad. I don't want that, friends. Am I making sense? You want a space. Right? From top to bottom. You want that space in there at least. From here, straight up with a void right in there. The C. We call it the C. So friends, round chain. We're talking the grind of the chain now. Nothing other than the grind. It's round. See? Right at the corner? Round chain. Right there. Call it round ground. That's round ground. This is chisel. Square. Full chisel. Right? Full chisel. Sharp. Cuts good. Okay? That's our difference. Okay? Round on the left. Chisel on the right. Chisel on the right. Great chain. I hope this makes sense, friends. It's just something that I wanted to do for everybody in the filing game. Friends, I think there's a little bit of a misunderstanding, and I wanted to clear that up for people today. Friends, okay? Get the gullet is a reference to the gullet, which you know. I just showed you the gullet, right? It's the bottom part of the chain. But on square ground chain, we just did a video yesterday. I don't take it out. A lot of guys spend time doing that. I just know what I know, and that's what I've experienced in the wood, on the stump, in the cut. And I have not noticed, well, I do notice differences. I noticed a smoother cut with the gullet left in. So that's just my experience. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's my experience. So others, I think when people get challenged, or not even necessarily challenged, if someone considers themselves fairly proficient at something and they've been doing it for years, whether it be plumbing, drywall, roofing, power saws, filing chain, if they see something that goes maybe against what, or not necessarily against, that's probably the wrong word, but something different than what they do, and it works good, or if not better or the same as what they've been doing, there tends to be, the hackles go up and they feel like they have to come in and justify and leave stories in your comment section this long about, yarding on their suspenders and telling you what their credentials are and name dropping and all this crazy stuff. When I clearly have said, this works for me. Here it is in the video. I'm showing you, not just flapping in the background somewhere. I'm showing you that here's what happens. So I always have said, have your own experience. And that means just what it means. Go get some chain. Stop asking questions. Because you're going to hear from me. Don't listen to me. Listen to yourself. Have your own experience. You know what I mean? There's so much to learn. I'm always learning. Why do you think I'm doing the baby C? Why do you think I'm doing all these other videos? Because I like to learn. I like to understand how this goes. I'm not the baby C when I first did it didn't cut that good. It cut fine. It did cut fine. But you can understand why the ski jump wouldn't cut. It doesn't have a grab point up top. It has no grab. Wood bats against it. Do you know what I mean by that, friends? Like, let's look at this for just a second. Trying to cut wood. This guy right here. So it's coming along into the wood. Bye, bud! So here it comes. It's trying to come along to bite the wood. Oh. Well, what it's going to do, it's going to bat against the wood and it's going to just fly off the top. It's got nothing to hook and to grab. So that's why the ski jump's not a good thing and you got to get the gullet, right? But a ground chain, people ask, why don't you take the gullet on a ground chain? Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it right now. Check this out. This is why ground chain cuts. Because of this. Look. Because it has a hook. See it? It's even got a little side beak if you want to get grabby. It's going to grab wood. That's why ground chain cuts and you don't have to take the gullet out of it. And another reason it cuts is because it's freaking scary looking. I love that Vista light set. Friends, I bought that years ago. It's on the channel. I opened it up. I think I unboxed it on the channel. Anyways, friends, excuse me. I think we've covered a lot of this now. It was, the time was there for me to dig into this. And I know there's a lot of people coming in and I know that men and women and children love running power saws and it's a big part of a lot of people's lives. And there's I think more of a consensus of getting back to the old ways and I just think there is. That's how I feel. So these skills and education for people, I think, is important to have someone that we can go to for certain things that, like, I know nothing about wiring or drive. I know nothing about that. That's why I love YouTube so much. It's amazing, actually. Not to mention this community of freaking people we've made here. And we're all trying to be a little nicer to one another. I sure hope we are. Friends, work hard, be honest, be humble. And I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed any of this malarkey. And we'll catch you on the next one. Be kind. Oh my gosh. Friends, one more thing I forgot to say. If you're sitting there watching certain videos and thinking to yourself, I can do better than that, do it. Do it. Do you know how many YouTube channels have been started by somebody watching somebody do something and go, that guy is doing that backwards? Hey? And someone's opened up a channel, just that was partially
some of my push towards helping people file a power saw is I saw somebody, some big, huge YouTuber, trying to teach people how to file a power saw, and I just went, oh my goodness, no. And that kind of urged me on to do my own thing instead of sitting in the background. But that happens a lot. Get in the arena. I'm being serious and sincere right now. Get in the arena, because all it is talk until you decide to help the world out. It's just talk. What do you want to be remembered as when you go away? Over and out.